Good morning, my darlings. Oh my gosh, how is everybody? I hope well. How are Harry and Meghan? And Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie? I have no idea what's going on with them. I've been sort of out of it for a couple of days, just taking a really quick break because, yeah, I do need to take a break. And I thought I would. Look at some pictures of Botswana. I have never been to Botswana. I have never been to any country in Africa. And if I prevail in my lawsuit to have the British government and the British monarchy reestablish my African origins, like where did I come from? Where did my ancestors come from? I want that to be the very first country in Africa that I visit. So I'm sort of like gonna wait and see which country that is because I have no idea. But I was looking at these pictures from, and yes, I'm working on my appeal right now. I mean, you can see it's really a lot. And do I think I can win? I don't even want to talk about it. I mean, again, winning, the whole system. I mean, one of the reasons I don't practice law, I think, is, just realizing once I went to law school. I mean, this started in law school, but certainly the first few years after as well. It's not what you think it is, law and lawyer and justice and courts and this and that. It's not at all what I thought it was when I was a little girl, when I was 7 years old, and when my grandmother asked me what I wanted to be, and I said I wanted to be a lawyer. And I had no idea what that was. I had no idea what that was. It just sounded so big, you know what I mean? And I'm like, Granny, I want to be lawyer. And she was so proud. I mean, you should have seen her. She was barefoot at the time. And I'm going to cry. I'm going to cry if I talk about this. But she was barefoot. And I was probably barefoot too, in the dirt, And she's like, she spoke to me in a dialect. She said, Marion, where want you be when you come big? And I said, Mom, you liar, Granny. And so my whole life was tracked to be a lawyer. I went to law school, and my God, what a nightmare that was. And, the first few years after, just realizing, wow, so I never really had a legal career. I never practiced. In this case, because I live so far away. I live in France at the moment. I work here. And so far away from law, and and happy, poor, very, very poor, but also rich in other ways, and happy. And going back into this and finding myself now having to do an appeal. Oh my God. I mean, wow, I've never done this before, having to go before the Second Circuit, just feeling like I don't have a choice in this situation. But it's so hard, And and I love writing. Don't get me wrong, I do love to write, but it's pressure. It's a lot of pressure. This is not the same as writing a novel or writing my poems or something like that. I mean, there's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of work. And at the end of it, to have a judge, take, 5 minutes, whatever, and just, whatever, it's hard. It's really, really hard. But I'm going through with it, as I said, and I will take it as far as I can go. If I can get to the Supreme Court of the United States, I'm going to the Supreme Court of the United States. I mean, it's a conservative court. And of course, chances are, I mean, Justice Thomas alone, Justice Clarence Thomas just, heave homie right out of the courtroom. But it's a conviction, and it's my principles, and I will go all the way. That all said, I mean, so I'm looking at these pictures of Africa, okay, because I've never been to any African country in my life. And this is Botswana. And I was thinking about Meghan and Harry because in one of my most recent videos, they love elephants. I was talking about Harry being an ambassador for DIOR and being sort of a spokesperson for the brand, working with the brand, getting I think a $20 million pluriannual deal is what I see in my head. I think that's what it should be and what it will be. And I think one of the things he should do is the fragrance Sauvage, that Johnny Depp is currently the ambassador. They can have more than one ambassador. I'm sure they don't have an exclusive deal with Johnny Depp. And I see Harry and Meghan and the children in Africa doing like this really short infomercial for Sauvage. And these are some of the images that would, that they would use in this infomercial for Harry's first commercial for Sauvage. So if you work for DIOR and you are listening to this, you heard it here first. And Harry, if you hear this, I need my commission because I need help with this case, right? They're trying to throw me out because I'm poor and I need help and nobody will help me. And if you do get this deal, try to remember me. And oh my God, look at this. And you get these images with your infomercial and you do your Sauvage. This is Sauvage. This is a $20 million deal with DIOR. And oh wow, look at the end of the infomercial. It's like 2 minutes. Harry comes back from the wilds with the animals and the what is this called? A truck, whatever. And you see like a far shot of Meghan, and she's sort of just in something white, like maybe like a white pajama top, but in the distance. So she's all the way in the distance, and there's a scene like this, and just the suggestion will drive Angela Lavin absolutely crazy because she had the audacity to say that Meghan, what did she say? Meghan manhandles Harry? No, what did she say about Meghan? What is the word she used? She said that Meghan, I don't remember the word she used, but it means that Meghan is the man in the relationship. Meghan, what is the word she used? Not manhandle, but whatever it is. I'm sure you can remember. I can't remember. I'm an old woman now. But so the end of the infomercial, with the commercial for the Sauvage first ad commercial, there's a scene like this, and Meghan is in the distance in her little pajama top. So that Harry can give her the big one. Okay, now I gotta go. I've got to go work on my appeal. My appeal. Oh my gosh, help!